Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today's shave is with Los Angeles Shaving Company soap Vert Noir and my Razorock Hawk version 3 stainless steel, which takes an artisan style blade. So we'll get into that in a minute here, but let me get my glasses on so I can tell you about the scent profile for this. One, just so you know, it is a vegan soap, no tallow in this thing, no animal fats in this thing or any animal products. It has activated charcoal and French red clay, which is supposed to help give it some excellent slickness. And I want to tell you, I've tried the LA Shave Company soaps before, and I did like them. I did like the slickness on them, so I'm assuming this is going to go along those lines. Slightly different formula than what I've used before. You will notice it is a black soap. And they say that's a green scent, and I can tell you this smells very green. I won't say it's like a bright green, it's green, but not a bright green. So it's not like sweetness in it. It is pretty much more of a savory scent. And they call it the green scent. They can go into the specifics on the scent profile for it, but it does smell kind of simple and green to me. So looking forward to that. And of course, the razor is a Hawk stainless steel. I had started with the aluminum version, the green one, they call it the Hulk. I started with that, liked it so much I wanted the stainless steel version instead, which I do prefer. It's the weight of it. I actually do prefer that more. But I did like that green aluminum version Hawk very much, and in fact gave it to my son-in-law. So with this, let me just pull this apart. It is a 3-piece razor. I did put a gasket on it, so I'm going to put it upside down so you can see that. Put the handle aside. You see it's not a, it's what do they call that, a torpedo style handle, and it's got like a rounded base, so I can't stand it up. I just have to lay it down in the gasket. I put on myself. I tend to like gaskets on some of the different razors, especially if this one is so wide that I've had it like come loose on me a couple of times in shaving, so I put a gasket on it just to kind of help prevent that. So, and these are like super cheap to buy it, like any of the artisans. I think I got these at Phoenix. I think that's where I got it, but you can probably find them in a lot of places. And the base plate and head cap come off like this. So I'm going to put it down like that, just so I have it lined up. And I'm going to try a new blade I have not tried before. Well, it's a classic blade. It's the feather blade, professional blade. I have not tried this yet. I don't believe I've tried this. Found it in my drawer back in there and realized that, it didn't look like it's been opened yet. So we're going to try that. So let's see. Move it back, move it backwards. Go back, or is that, no, that's forwards. There we go. Now it's backwards. Okay, I had it backwards. Here we go. I heard it click when it came up because the blade rose. So I'm just getting it started. So I go about halfway to get it started, and I just pull it out. And slide that back. There we go. It's ready for the next use. So here's the blade. Of course, it's just got edge on one side. And you'll notice it's thinner and longer, or it's not as wide and it's longer than a DE blade. They tend to be a tad thicker too, and they do last longer. I can generally get about 2 weeks worth out of this, about 8 to 12 shaves out of one of these blades, versus a DE blade, which I can get like 4 to 5, maybe 6 shaves out of. But generally, I can get at least that, if not up to like 15 shaves out of one of these blades. So let me put that head. Okay, so I get the heads. Of course, the blade goes out. Whoops, it doesn't go on that. It goes on this first. The base plate. Okay, base plate. The base plate has the pins on it to hold it, so that's why I'm going to put it here. Okay. So I'm holding it on there right there. And now we got the cap. Oops, switch it around in my hand. There we go. Hold it upside down. So get that gasket. You don't have to use a gasket, I just do. Plastic washer gasket, whatever you want to call it. And of course, there is no overhang on this whatsoever, and I can't say that I've ever had a razor that takes an artisan blade that has overhang at all. I just haven't experienced that yet. So there's what it looks like. Let's see, as you can see it in there, give you an idea of the gap. So there's not a lot of blade gap in that. It's pretty short, and it doesn't stick out very far either. So there's not a lot of exposure and not a lot of gap in this. It is snugged up. Here we go. So that is ready, but let me pause and wash the face, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back and ready to start lathering up here. So I've already whipped up my soap here. My usual 250 swirls total. I do like the first 100 counterclockwise, and I do the next 150. So with the first 100 clockwise and then the next 150 counterclockwise. I am left-handed. If you're right-handed, you might want to reverse that. Just saying, it works for me. It gives me a consistent quality in soap lather, whipping it up here. Pretty much 99% of the soaps that I whip up, that's enough. That's enough to do that. But of course, I don't have any of those really hard soaps, so it might take a little more for hard soap. I wouldn't know because I really haven't used one in years. But see, a nice peaky whip, it's like really whips up nice. This is on my, was it Razorock Hive? Was that 24 mil? Yeah, 24 mil. Synthetic knotted handle brush. It works up nice. So let's throw that in there. Yeah, very green scented, like it. And I like it too because it's more like a pure green, so it's not sweet. So it's a nice change of pace. Do I like the sweet green ones too? Yes, I do. But it's nice to smell one that's not sweet. No, or at least not so sweet. And let's warm up the razor in the sink here. Here we go. And this, I will note that this soap said when it whips up, it didn't require too much water. Like some soaps like a lot of water, like an Ariana and Evans soap, they like a lot of water. This one didn't. I didn't add like any. All I did, just to give you an idea for whipping this up, was I did the, I soaked my brush, gave it 2 shakes and a squeeze, and I had been blooming the soap in here, so there was water on top of it, which I dumped out the excess of and whipped it up, and I didn't have to add any more water. That was plenty for whipping up this lather that you see here. Okay, pass one with the grain. I will say that I had a little trepidation putting the feather blade into this razor, knowing how the DE feather blades are, how sharp they are, but I'm actually telling you that I think this is a step down from some of the others as far as sharpness and aggressiveness. So actually surprising on this blade. I really am. And it's like about noontime-ish on Saturday. A little later for me to shave than normal, only because I worked this morning for a couple hours. See, this blade is comfortable, I can tell you that. I'm not used to saying the word feather and comfortable all in the same sentence. For me, after I've discovered corking on a regular DE blade, corking one time on a feather DE blade seems to help the smoothness for me. Some people say it dulls it. Probably does a little bit, but it does smooth it out, I can tell you that, if you're using the DE blades. And I've got it, I bought a 100-pack of them, so I got a lot. Soap is very good. Performance-wise, it's standing up very well. I do like the way that greenness smells on my nose, especially as I'm applying the lather underneath my nose. It smells very nice. Okay, pass 2, of course, is across the grain. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, underneath the nose really well. And it does, swoop through a wide swath because it is so much wider than a DE. I would say that's probably about 20 to 25% wider than a DE, just rough ballpark in it. But of course, you do have to rinse twice as often because there's only one side. Okay, let's dab it on some more soap for pass 3. Oops, I don't want to go under my nose. I'm not going to try doing against the grain under the nose today. With the smoothest of this blade, I'm tempted. So if I'm going to be tempted, I'm going to be tempted tomorrow when I go to church. So I'll do that instead then. I don't want to do it 2 days in a row. But that would be pushing it for me. It's such a sensitive area for me. There, plenty of soap. Pass 3 against the grain. Strength-wise on the soap, scent strength-wise, I'm going to say it's like a good solid 3 anyway. 3 to 4 in my opinion. And of course, that's on a scale of 1 to 10. That seems to be about the scent strength of a lot of soaps. Some milder, some definitely stronger. But I'm telling you, I do like the quality of this Los Angeles Shaving Soap Company soap. For a vegan soap, it ain't bad. I'll tell you, I really like it. That's why I like showing you different soaps, what have you seen see. That is good. I'm not going to do any buffing pass today. Could use maybe a little bit I can use, but I'm going to do it tomorrow, so that's why I don't want to do it today. I don't want to do it 2 days in a row again because it is a little bit more aggressiveness on the face to do that. I just don't want to do it 2 days in a row. So let me pause and wash up. I'll be right back. Okay guys, washed up. I am back. Wash the face off with warm water and a washcloth. Turning on the cold water in the sink now because I want to do 2 splashes of cold water on the face to seal the pores. Close them up a bit. Somebody did say that technically the pores are always open, and I guess yes, truthfully they are, but it reduces the opening in it by doing the cold water splash. So yeah, we do want to do the cold water splash. I tell you, it does make a difference in my face as far as the quality of the skin and not having blemishes and what have you. Makes a world of difference. And that's why I don't do cold shaves either, because everything's like closed up and you put warm water on to rinse off, and I don't like doing that. It wreaks havoc on my face to do things like that. So yeah, I warm everything up first for the shave, and then after washing, it's closing up things with the cold water. So let me do that now. Alrighty. And of course the alum stick. Oh, whoops, didn't show you a Shave Nation alum stick, in case you're interested. It'll be posted in the description, of course. Not really too much stinging going on here. Smooth shave. I can't tell you how impressed I am with that feather blade for smoothness, and yeah, a tick milder than I was expecting, especially in an artisan style blade. My other 2 blades seem more aggressive than that, and I'm shocked to tell you that about a feather. So I'm very pleased. And of course, the real litmus test for me will be next week's razor, which is my other artisan style razor. That one's definitely a more aggressive razor to begin with than this one, so that'll be the real test. But with today's shave, yeah, very pleased. No stinging, no cuts, no, none of that. It just didn't happen today. It was just very smooth, very nice. And I'm not going to go aftershave today. I'm going to do something I just don't do that much of. And that's what I got the Phoenix Artisan accoutrements. Is this a gel? I think this is a gel. Basically pump form. Yeah, there we go. Probably way too much. That's a lot. But it is in that honeysuckle scent that I really like. Oops, did I get a... No, that was just a lotion. A dollop of lotion. Thought it was a cut. It's not. It's like an orangey colored lotion. And there's, my hands are covered with it. Let me wash my hands off. Rinse them off here a little bit. Like that was just way too much. One pump's worth would have been plenty, and I did like 2, so yeah, it was a little too much. But it smells wonderful with that honeysuckle scent. Oh yeah. It doesn't really fight the greenness of the soap at all because the soap wasn't all that strong, like a level 3 or so. So putting this on over it doesn't fight it. It smells very nice. And I don't see if you guys use these types of, I just don't think to do it. And it's winter time, so it's like a great thing to have. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I did it today. I'm leaving it on my counter to remind me to use it. So yes, but it feels good. Yeah, nice shave. I probably could have done a buffing pass on my neck just to really make things really baby smooth. But let's say I don't like doing that 2 days in a row, so I'll do it tomorrow. But hope you guys enjoyed that, and say the razor comes highly recommended. Just say yeah, it's still in my rotation. I've had it for a number of years now, and I still enjoy it very much. So with that, hope you enjoyed. Go with God.